Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Love 500 and welcome back to another day on Loopy Harold. Today we are going to do a few bits and pieces, nothing drastic because it's nearly done. Apart from obviously, shame to keep going on about it, but that noise. So let's go and see what we're going to do right now. So what are we going to do today? There's not a massive amount left to do on this. As we know, we've now got some good petrol in it and some cleaner, fuel system cleaner. It's dirty, all that sand from the Sahara blown on. We've got our new number plates on. Brakes have got to be done, if you remember. When we were doing, can't remember what we were doing. We were doing something on it and we noticed that the brakes on this side were very low. So obviously we're going to do both sides. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to do this side first, this side first, this side first. I've already got the pads, obviously. I keep pads in stock now, so I don't have to order them when they need doing. Now I've known for a little while that this needs doing, these brakes, but obviously the most important part was to get it running properly, which of course it's still not doing. But I think what we're going to do is we'll do the brakes. I'm going to get it up on ramps at the back, crawl underneath, have a look at that exhaust system, see if I can find out what's causing that tinkling noise. If I can't figure it out, I'm going to book it in for an MOT, let them decide what the problem is. I think it's probably the shocks or the springs or both, but I don't want to replace either unless I have to. So if it happens to be a tinkling loose clip on an exhaust, then I'd rather replace or repair that. It's pointless, doing work and spending money if I don't need to. So if I can't figure it out, then we'll let them do it. Anyway, let's set the tripod up and we'll get the car up in the air and get this first side done on the brakes. That'll do nicely. Right. Just grab my torch. Okay, let's get underneath and have a look. Right, so that spring looks okay. The cup's okay. From what I can see up there, the bush at the top of the, turn my torch on bright, that's better. The bush at the top of the shock looks fine from here, from what I can see. Yeah, spring looks all good. Yeah, same goes for that one. That one looks okay. There's a bit of rusting on the outer paint on the spring, but the spring itself's okay. Just a bit of corrosion on that. Exhaust, the only thing I can see here is got no clamp on the exhaust joint, so obviously there should be a clamp there, but I bought some clamps. If you remember, Project Dirt needed a clamp, so I'll do that. I'll replace that. It's probably fallen off at some point in the past, but yeah, nothing else. Exhaust is all good, no holes in the exhaust apart from that usual outer layer. The hanger looks all okay there. Hangers look all okay at the back. Yeah, all looks good to me. All MOT passable, I think. So yeah, there was a let me get out of here. There was a screwdriver in the boot I found when I was looking for the key, the key for the wheel nuts. There was a a screwdriver that was right at the bottom of the wheel well, which was poking through one of the holes in the wheel, in the spare wheel. And it might have been that was causing the jingling. I've removed that and put it back in it. I haven't been out since because I wanted to get it up on the ramps. But yeah, I'm going to put that clamp on and then I'm going to take it for a spin and try it. So I think when I took it off the ramps there and drove it forward a little bit, I'm sure I still heard that tinkling noise. So it's certainly, I'll take it for a drive shortly, but I think obviously it is either the springs or the shocks, one or the other. Even if it don't fail the MOT, if it comes up an advisory, at least I'll know what it is. Let them find out what it is for me, because playing parts roulette, a bit like I've done with this. But I'm sure you heard there. This isn't secured very well. I've got a bit of let me cut that bit of the clamp. It's also not, but I need to get this off anyway. Is that actually stuck? Yeah, it has stuck. Trouble is that glue was done in the cold, so I don't suppose it likes being, that glue doesn't really like being cold. This is a fitted bit loose as well, so I don't know what's actually vibrating under here. Something's vibrating under here, not quite sure what. But I think that once again we'll get this airbox off for about the millionth time. Yeah, hang on, I want my tools. Hopefully that's going to stay stuck. I think it's the original. I need to find that one, other one then. The reason I know, get that out of the way. The reason I know it's the original is because one of these bolt brackets was broken on the other ones. That's the reason I know. So I'm going to see if I can find it and change it, because it could be a lead, couldn't it? Even though we didn't cure the problem before, we know that was the inlet manifold, which of course we've changed. But if it is the coil pack as well, or we had that one plug which was a bit on the black side, so if we've got a dodgy lead or a dodgy coil pack, then we need to change it. So I need to find that. So until the sun's out today, can't you? You've got the crazy neighbours making lots of noise. Anyway, let's pause you a second. We'll see if we can find it. It's going to be somewhere in this mountain of car parts, but let's find it. Well, I find it. I've searched high and low in this garage and out the back there, and I cannot find it anywhere. I've looked absolutely everywhere and I just can't find it. So the only thing I can do is buy another one. Luckily they're only about 20 quid with leads, or thereabouts, 20-25 quid. It's something else I've got to try. I haven't got a clue where. I know I haven't sold it, because obviously I hadn't solved the problem with this car. So it's here somewhere, but where that is I just do not know. Cannot find it anywhere. Never mind. So I'll put it all back together yet again. I'm going to take it for a spin now, and just to make sure that tinkling noise is still there, which I think it is. And then I'm not going to bother washing it, because it's going to rain again with more Sahara sand in it, so there's no point. So we'll take it for a spin and see what happens. Welcome back to the sun in my eyes. Welcome back to one of the very last, probably the penultimate video on Loopy Harold. Just there. Might be the last video, might be the penultimate video. Then again, it might be the one before last. Let's get into it right now. Right, this is a last ditch attempt to sort out this rough idling problem. As you know, on the last video, I was querying as to whether I had the replacement coil pack and leads on the car, or whether it was the original coil pack and leads. I looked for that. I looked for the spare one that I had, the one that I bought. If you remember it, I said it had a broken. It wasn't actually the bolt hole. It was where the plug goes in. It was that the plastic around that was broken. I couldn't find it. At the weekend, I had a little tidy up of my garage and I found it. Unfortunately for me and for my bank account, I'd already bought one. So I got one from RLR Autos in Essex. Lee's a good lad. He even delivered it to me the same day that I bought it. I got a text from him saying it's by your recycling bins on the same day. So he was obviously coming this way. So we got a nice new coil pack here, and the other one I'll put somewhere else, which I don't know where it is again. So we're going to put this coil pack on, obviously, which includes the leads, and we're going to hope and pray that it's the right one. Actually, this looks like a different coil pack. Oh, I've got it upside down, that's why. Oh dear. I did that once before. I thought I had the wrong coil pack and realised it was upside down. So we got new leads, well I say new, second-hand leads and second-hand coil pack. We're going to swap them over and take it around the block, warm the car up. I'll take you with me as well. I'll put the camera up, and you never know. It might work. Let's see. Let's do it now. Right, that's it. That is on. I don't know how many times I've changed that as well. I've changed that so many times. So hopefully that'll be the last time. So I'm now going to... Ooh, that's good pressure. Yeah, loads of coolant in there. So I'm going to go and give it a blast up the road. And see if that's done it. You never know. Fingers crossed. I'm going to go and get my GoPro camera and stick you in the windscreen, and you can come with me. And we can keep our fingers crossed. You can keep your fingers crossed with me and see what happens. Right, I'm in the car. Camera is a bit of a wonky angle by the looks of it. I need to sort that out. But so we've got the new second-hand new coil pack into the car. When the engine's cold, it was always okay anyway, but don't forget we've got our super duper petrol in here with our other stuff as well. So let's take it for a bit of a drive. Let the engine warm up. Still got that tinkling noise. Now, we spoke about the tinkling noise, didn't we? But we'll speak about it again. Got to talk about something. So I don't know if the microphone with this fake GoPro isn't the best microphone in the world. So I think it won't pick up the tinkling noise. But if it does, all well and good. No, it won't pick that up. It's definitely suspension. It's definitely suspension. Getting a right 2 and 8 here. So I'm going to take it for a spin around the block. I'm not going to go that far, just enough to get it warmed up. It is all insured, taxed, MOT'd. The original MOT, I haven't had it done yet. Now before it drove okay, it drove super fine, super fan dabby dozy. It was only that idling, wasn't it? I think there was something about the driving that wasn't 100%. It was, I'd say 95, 99%, but it wasn't perfect. But it wasn't, you know, it was acceptable, sort of. It's just that tick over, and of course I can't sell it like that. So if this works, I will be ringing the MOT garage up when I get back, booking it in. However, even if it doesn't work, which is probably more likely, I will be doing the same, and I'll get them to do compression tests and stuff like that, and see if they can get to the bottom of it. They're pretty good like that, but we'll see. We'll see. What's this car doing at the end of the road? Come, mate, what are you up to? Oh, he's trying to get into a... There's some awful noises coming from the back, I tell you. Oh, I'm going to have to reverse back a little bit here. Someone's making a right old meal. Getting through, and they've got a queue of cars behind them now. So at the moment we're ticking over fine. Oh no, still doing it. This person's still messing around trying to get in this parking space. Thank you very much. Is that my sister-in-law there? I'm not sure. I think it might be actually. In the mint green one. Right, so where were we? Yeah, so I mean it did it a little bit. I think it did it a little bit then. So obviously it hasn't cured it. The only other thing I can try and do, which I don't think is going to make an absolute blind bit of difference, is do a throttle body relearn. I don't think it'll work. And I am going to plug it back into MES when I get home, just to see if there's any readings on it. And then I'm just going to ring them up, book it in, get them. If it fails the MOT, it fails the MOT. At least I'll know what's going on with those, with the tinkling noise, whether I've got to change the shocks or the springs or both. Right, I'm at traffic lights. It's idling. No, still doing it. Still doing it. Yeah, exactly the same. So we're actually up to running temperature. No, exactly the same. So that has not made a blind bit of difference. I wonder why. Well, I know why. It's because it's obviously not the coil pack. I know some of you said it might be the coil pack, might be a plug lead, and of course it was on the original one. So one, I know that there's nothing wrong with the original one, and two, it ain't worked, which is a pain in the what's it. So I really thought it was going to work. Well, no, I say I thought it was going to work. I hoped it was going to work, but I wasn't that optimistic really that it would. Right, let's we might as well go back home then. There's no point driving through here. We'll go this way. Don't change lights, don't change. So yeah, I'll book it in for an MOT for next week. I'll get them to see if they can get to the bottom of the rough tick over. What's this geezer walking in the middle of the road? Get out of the road. Oh, for God's sake. At least it's only because I'm talking to you. Yeah, it's a shame. I want to sell this, and I've got someone who's interested in it and has asked me to let them know when it's done, and I can't sell it like this. I'm going to end up having to sell it on eBay as it is and take a hit. I've got plenty of money in it. At the moment I've got about 700 quid profit in it, which is good, but I can't sell it, you know, for a decent. I can still probably make a profit, but I can't sell it for what I'd intended to sell it for while it's doing this. So right, we're back home. What we're going to do now? Oh, it stalled then and stop kicked in. Yeah, no, it's weird. This really weird. So I'm going to get the computer and we'll go from there. Right, I'm just in the car now and realised that my speedo, of course, still says 49,000. I've forgotten that I haven't done it. I think it does 18 miles or 17 miles less than it actually is. So I'm setting it to 68,545, which is 18 below what it should be. So right odometer 68,545. Yes. Oh yeah. Press Y. There you go. 68,559. Bing, 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 bing. Turn it off. Turn it back on. Now I've got to do a proxy alignment. So it's going to start flashing, isn't it? Yeah. Right, let's go and do a proxy alignment. We go to other. No, we don't. We go to body, proxy alignment, connect. Yes. Right, adjustment, proxy alignment, execute. Press the I to continue. Then it will write to the various modules. Then it will tell me to turn the ignition off eventually once it gets to the end. And then when you switch the ignition back on, it's no longer flashing. Can you believe this is what Fiat charge £118 to do? Takes 30 seconds, doesn't it? Or a minute maybe. So you pay for an hour on their diagnostics. But still a con. Especially a lot of things that you do proxy alignment for, like if you blew a maze up the wall, it won't actually even work. So you're wasting your time doing it. Complete. Turn the key to off. Press R1 to continue and then turn back on again. And it should be not flashing. I have had instances where it still flashes and you do it again and it works. Oh look, it's stopped flashing. It's flashing still now. That's weird, isn't it? I'm just about talking about that and it's done it. So we need to do it again. Sometimes I've had to do it 2 or 3 times and it's oh no, I've got yellow adapter. I was thinking I didn't have the yellow adapter connected for a second. I'm not going to show you doing it again, but yeah, that does happen from time to time for some reason. Don't know why, it's weird. The mileage is still flashing. I've done it twice and it's still going, and I've got this horrible feeling, although my Blue and Me is working, the volume controls on the steering wheel don't seem to be working. So I think there's something wrong with this Blue and Me. Just to add, instrument cluster control unit present. Clear errors. Instrument cluster, no fault codes. This is weird. So I've connected to the Blue and Me. Right, I've connected to the Blue and Me, and it says it's working. It says the number of USB drive connections 5. Where has it got that from? Number of iPod connections 1,760. What the hell is all that about? So there was an error on here. It's now saying no fault codes. So I'm going to try it again. But when I was doing steering wheel buttons 2, no request, whatever that means. Doesn't mean I'm not pressing it. Oh, they are working. Yeah, the volume buttons are working. I didn't think they were working to start with, but they are working. So we'll try and do that again then. Number of proxy reboots 3. Let's give it another. Let's disconnect again, and we'll try and do. See, maybe if that had errors, maybe that's why it wouldn't do the proxy alignment, because the Blue and Me does appear to be working. Proxy configuration, clear errors, no fault codes. Well, I mean, I think that just means it needs a proxy alignment. So disconnect. Let's go to proxy alignment again. All right, let's see if it works this time. Yeah, so I'm a bit stuffed now, so I can't do a proxy alignment. So I've corrected the mileage to what it should be, and now I can't do a proxy alignment because it thinks there's something wrong with the Blue and Me, but there's not. There's nothing wrong with the Blue and Me. It all works perfectly. Although my phone is not paired with it, when I press the button and say help,
the commands available are message reader, settings, media player, or cancel.
Settings.
Please make a selection, or say help.
Help.
The commands available are message reader, settings, media player, or cancel.
Cancel. See, it appears to work. I mean, I haven't connected it to a phone, but it does all appear to work. But it won't just, yeah, it comes up with an error. So that's stuffed me up on that now. So if I get to the bottom of this starting problem, tick over problem, then maybe I'll buy another Blue and Me, put another Blue and Me unit in. This is getting boring now, this car, really getting boring. If not, I'm just going to flog it as it is, stick it on eBay, get what I can for it, because I am absolutely getting sick and tired of this car now. It's a shame because it's such a nice car, and I've got someone that's interested in buying it, but I can't sell it with a flashing mileage, so it means I would have to change the Blue and Me, but I can't sell it with this dodgy tick over anyway. But I'm gonna have another go at that in a minute. So I'm gonna swap over, take the yellow adapter off, plug it direct to the engine, start the engine, and then we'll connect to the engine and see what we can get. So I'll be back in a sec. No fault codes. I'm connected to the engine now. I've got no fault codes. Reset self-learn. Phonic wheel. Right, let's do this. Phonic wheel. What do we do? Start the engine. Wait until engine reaches working temperature, which it is already. Rev the engine to 5,000 to 6,000 RPM. Seems rather a lot. And let the engine restore idle speed. Repeat another 2 to 3 times. Turn the key off. Turn the key off, wait 10 seconds and start the engine. 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. So that's me phonic wheel reload. Let's try throttle position learning. Now that ain't going to be it, is it? When the throttle body, oh yeah, let's do that. So after executing procedure, right, let's try that. Failed to execute. Why? Cam edges procedure must be performed when a control unit or VVT component is, which it hasn't been. Used to reset the parameters relating to self-learned functions, gearbox type, climate, cruise, ABS. No, there's nothing else there to actually check. Okay, battery voltage 13.8 volts. Engine over rev count 0. Maximum engine speed 0. Number of vehicle speed from CAN. Engine speed 829. Front left wheel, we don't need to worry about those. Engine temperature, air temperature, engine oil temperature, it's 55 degrees. Spark advance is -20. That means absolutely nothing to me. Advanced correction, spark advance, spark advance, spark advance, spark advance. I don't know if this is meaning anything to you, but it don't mean anything to me. Spark advance are all on 0. Apart from the spark advance calculated, mine went from -1 to 16.7. Injection time 4.6 milliseconds. Injection time correction 0. Now we know it's not the coil because we've changed the coil. Not knock sensor signal. Did we actually ever change that knock sensor? I can't remember. So the knock sensors, engine torque, intake pressure, air pressure, idle air correction, 25.9%. I'm doing this, it doesn't actually mean anything to me. You can see it's changing when it goes funny. Throttle valve control, throttle position learning, not requested, throttle learning stage, learned, electronically actuated throttle recovery active. So we know the lambdas are okay. So all this closed loop, open loop thing we discovered is not really relevant. Cam position, desired cam position. Yeah, it just doesn't. What is this canister feel? I keep seeing this. I'm not a clue what it is. So I don't know. So I'm going to take it in. I'm going to get them to have a look, see if they can. Maybe they can do some diagnostics and find out what it is that's causing it. If they can, I've just noticed my mileage has stopped flashing. How bizarre is that? Well, hopefully that will stay not flashing. Fans just come on because we're just sitting here, of course. So yeah, I'm going to abandon it now because there's nothing I can do. I have literally done everything in this car, everything, absolutely everything, and I'm so fed up with it now. Well, at least that mileage isn't flashing means I haven't got to change the Blue and Me unit. So I'm going to ring the garage now. I'm going to book it in. What's the time? 5 to 4. They'll be there. Good. I'm going to book it in, get them to have a look at it, see if they can figure it out, MOT it, if it passes the MOT, whether they can figure it out or not. If they can figure it out and sort it, sell it and make a decent profit. If they can't, I'll have to sell it as it is with the tick over problem, and it is what it is. Funnily enough, I'm sitting here and that fan is going and the idle is good. I'm not touching the accelerator. It's idling properly. How funny. There's a little bit about, but I'm gonna just unplug MES, put that back in. No, it's still doing. It's not bad actually. Is it my imagination? I don't know. It keeps every now and again. It just has a little. I can't do this one-handed. There we go. So yeah, I don't know. That's all I can do. I think I'm at a loss now, and I'm sick and tired of this car. I put it on the back burner for a while anyway, as you know, to get the others cars finished, which are finished. One sold and of course still one on the go, but yeah, don't know, really don't know. So I'm gonna disconnect it all. I'm just gonna take it for another spin around the block, and park it up, give them a call, get it in. Not much more I can do. So that's probably the end of this video. We'll come back and do another video when we get it back from its MOT, and you never know that if they figure it out. I'm going to take it in for next. I'm going to try and book it in for next week, as I'm off on Monday and Tuesday. So if I can book it in for one of those days, then they can sort it out for me, or try and sort it out for me. At least if I can get a 12-month ticket on it, I can sell it with a full new MOT. I've got no service history for this yet. I haven't even tried to track it down. But as I say, there's 700 quid in it at the moment. So even if I make 200 quid, I just need to get rid of it. I'm sick and tired of it. Absolutely sick and tired of it. A word of warning: don't buy any lot numbers or from Copart that have got a U on. Got a C on the end of it. C for customer. We learnt the hard way from that air intake. We've sorted that, but we've still got this tick over problem. I mean, while I'm standing there talking, it's not too bad, is it? It's not acceptable, but it is actually ticking over not too bad. The needle is staying sort of where it should do, about 800-ish. Fan's still going as well. Let's just turn the heater up, make sure we've got warm air coming out. You know what, there isn't much in the way of warm air coming out of there. Why is that then? Don't tell me the heater's packed up as well. That'd be all I need. Yeah, there should be warm air coming out of there. I've got the heater on hot. That's cold. Yeah, there's not that much hot air. I wonder if... No, we did... This has got plenty of cooling in it, I'm sure. I'm going to check it now, actually, because... I'll let it cool down first, because there should be plenty of cooling. Anyway, let's just turn that off for briefly. We'll feature that in the next video. There should be coolant in it, and I don't know why. Don't tell me the heater's packed up as well. Just something else to add to the list. Anyway, that's it. So thanks for watching. As you can tell, I'm getting fed up with this car now. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video more than I enjoyed making it. And we'll see you on the next one. So thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. If you're a casual viewer, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell, which is around here somewhere, to be notified when we upload new videos. Thanks for watching again. See you soon.